All right, happy Sunday in selfie mode. Say hello to Winky. Winky's up here going, pet me, pay attention to me. You've been in here working all day and you're not petting me. So everybody say hello to Winky. Winky, Winky. She's a purring, but you probably can't hear her. But that's my Winky. She got to come up here and say, meow, and be all demanding. She says, you've been busy all day and you haven't paid attention to me. Everybody enjoy the video. See ya. Little Beach Boys and a little bass maintenance. Gotta love it. Alright, now we got a little Chris Isaac in the background. Here's a little something for you guys. These are, look like erasers. What they are is they're basically are erasers, more or less. They're actually called fret erasers. But these are the polishing stones I was telling you about. They're not really stones. They're flexible, but they're impregnated with a grit, an abrasive grit in the rubber of different grades, and that's what I use to polish the frets when they don't need any leveling. If they just dull and corroded, like on this old Hofner bass, these make a good polishing tool, and for quick touch-ups and things like that. When I do a fret level, I sand it with a 1000 grit paper first on a file so I can get a nice even finish, and then I use these fret erasers to do that. So I'm gonna do the fret polish on this, and I added some side dots to it here on the side of the neck because Hofner decided they didn't want those on there, but they're actually quite useful for people that play all the time and dark stages and things like that. So anyway, I'm going to do the polish on this and throw some strings back on it, and we'll be back in a minute. Alright, I'm back again. I'm also putting a new ground cable in here to go to the bridge. This thing had a ground cable in it, but for some silly reason it was disconnected, and I'm not going to ponder why, but it had a slight buzz in it, and that was why, because the ground was disconnected. So, back to my work, polishing the frets, put the ground back together, and put Hofner strings, the actual factory strings, back on this thing, and get it ready to play. So, there we go. Bye. Alright, I'm back from all my little polishing and cutting and all that fun stuff. So happy Sunday afternoon. I did a Friday video, but that went really well. The customer really enjoyed the Gibson. They were very impressed with the way that it played and everything else, so good deal for that. So that went like it should. And I decided, since yesterday I got a whole lot done, and a lot more than I thought I would get done this weekend. I was not really caught up, but I'm doing okay. I'm ahead of where I thought I would be. So I thought today would be a good day to take care of some maintenance on my own gear that I have been putting off. And sometimes you just got to do that to get everybody else's stuff done. There's a whole, I can show you over there, a whole pile of tube amps in the corner, and all that fun jazz. So I've got a Marshall over there, a 60-watt Fender, my Fender Bassman that I'm restoring. Over there is another Marshall and a Mesa Boogie over there. I've got quite a bit of work to do. I've got Denny's guitar up there that I have to finish, and the 12-string I have to finish. So there's a lot. I'm not caught up, but I got enough done yesterday that I thought today would be a good day to do my own maintenance. So what I did on this was, like I showed a little while ago, I polished the frets, adjusted the neck a little bit, and changed the strings. I got a set of Hofner strings, factory Hofner strings, so that the correct strings are supposed to be on this guitar. They're round wound. You can get round or flat. I prefer to play round wound strings. I put flats on this for a while. They sound good, but I can get the same sound out of this just by technique. So if you practice your technique, you can get a similar sound out of a round wound string that you can out of a flat wound. Just like that. But and then, you know, that's the round wound typical sound. But so anyway, I love the sound of this old Hofner, and played it through the GK Henry VIII 8-inch speaker stack that Brent gave me, and playing my gifts again. I talked about that a while back, but very special stuff. A 66 Hofner and a GK from the late 80s. Just amazing stuff. But anyway, and there's another thing I'm going to talk to you all about here in just a second. Keep that off and trade places here. So I took care of the Hofner. There was a few little things I had to do. The frets, had to fix a ground wire in it because it was kind of buzzy, and all that fun jazz. And then I got these. I found these. They're generic, no-name brand P90 pickups. This guitar, this Doctor Who guitar that Trish painted for me with the awesome artwork on it. But it is a Les Paul Special. It is not a Les Paul Junior like some people think it is, but it is a Les Paul Special. The difference being the type of bridge with a tailpiece and the fact that it has two pickups instead of one pickup. But anyway, when I bought this, it had P100s in it, which are stacked. They're like a P90, but they're stacked humbuckers, and they sound quiet like humbuckers, but they're stacked, and they don't sound exactly like what a P90 is supposed to sound like. So I have them. I still have them. They're in the box. But I picked these things up dirt cheap, and I looked over the specs on them, and I figured for the price that I was getting them for, I could see what the quality build of them is, and they are made overseas, so they're not Gibson stuff, but I'm okay with that. The guitar, like I said, it's an American-made Gibson, but it's very unique. It's one of a kind, and the pickups that are in it right now, those mini humbuckers, those are not American-made either. They're made in Korea. So these will interchange the same exact specs as a Gibson. They are a single coil humbucker, or not a humbucker, a single coil non-humbucker, like the original P90s, and they have the original type of wire and everything. So they should work out well. And for the price, like I said, rather than spending $350 for a set of Gibson pickups, I can do that. And the reason why is because I'm going to keep this guitar and play it myself. I care about what it sounds like, but I don't care about the resale value of the pickups and all that. If I was building a custom guitar for someone else, like Tony Nappy's guitar's got Seymour Duncan pickups in it, and I do that. My green telly that I made, that's all. I'll show you that. Let me grab that real quick. This is my #1 Bauer Telly style guitar. It is a basswood body, all handmade by me, maple neck. I put a 12-inch radius, transitioning up to a 16-inch radius on this thing, so you can really get into the strings. Neck is very, very thin. But this has Seymour Duncan reproduction Telly style pickups. They're not really reproduction. What they are, this pickup set, it's a match set. They're I can't remember what they call them, but it's a set that sounds like vintage Telly pickups, but they're humbucker, stacked humbuckers, so they're quiet, so they don't buzz. And I have these pickups in this guitar, and I have them also in my mahogany Telly style Bauer guitar. So when I build custom stuff for people, I will put whatever pickups you request to go in them. But if I just build one and say, here, this guitar's for sale, it's going to have Seymour Duncan or DiMarzio or Bartolini's or something like that in it. Something very good, or There's 3 or 4 other really good American-made, handmade pickups. But for my own stuff, I like to experiment a little bit. So this P90 setup right here will be an experiment, and I'll share that with you guys when I get it in there, and share with you what the sound is, how it compares to the original Gibson P90 sound, which, by the way, was the very first Les Pauls had P90s in them, because it was before the humbuckers were invented. So anyway, a little bit of history on the P90s, which I didn't really intend to do in this video, but there you go. So all right, so I'm going to get back on the 62 Bassman project. I've got the parts for that. Hopefully get that back together and keep the Smoke Angels inside it where they belong, and get that all together. And like I said, I've got a whole bunch of work here to do, but today was all about doing my own little maintenance and taking care of stuff for me, because I usually put that off. And I actually use this stuff. I go out on Tuesday nights and play with Gary and Denny and the church band, and Janet and everybody else. And you got to have your stuff working right if you're going to go play it in public, because it's kind of embarrassing when it starts doing weird things. So anyway, that's my my take on my Sunday afternoon. So I hope you guys enjoyed me rambling on, and everybody have a great week. We're going to have a nice decent weather week. We're going out of this gloomy, crappy winter garbage into something that resembles a little bit more like some nice weather. So I hope that it stays that way. I'm tired of being cold. I'm tired of gray skies, and I'm just tired. So yeah. I'm going to go get something to eat and sit down and relax a little bit. You guys enjoy your Sunday evening, and I will see you throughout the week. Bye.